again. Welcome to video training number 2. Hopefully you have already watched the first video, and so if you haven't, you need to stop this one and go back and watch the video on setting up your IDLife business. Because on this video, what we're going to do is get you your first check and then talk about some goal setting and kind of what the next steps are. And so I'm going to share my screen with you again and show you the document that we're going to be going over, which is right here. So we're going to go over this quick start training document. In the first video, we went over setting up your business. So again, if you haven't seen the first video, you need to go back and watch that so we can get set on this one. So we're going to do the quick start training. Now, the very first thing that we're going to do is get you your $100 bonus. This has to be done within the first 30 days. Ideally, it should be done within the first few hours because it's very easy to get a $100 bonus. Now, there's obviously a couple of reasons why you want to do this. One is it's free money, essentially, and I'll talk about that in a second. 2 is it's only good for the first 30 days. So once you're past a month out, you cannot earn this bonus. But 3, it's also starting your story. So people are going to ask you, can you really make money doing this? And you want to be able to say, yeah, in fact, in my first 4 hours, I made my first $100. And so this will start off your story of how the business is working. Now, the way that you earn this is you yourself need to be on scheduled delivery. And so hopefully you've taken your assessment, you've put your ID Nutrition order on scheduled delivery, and that's already been done because you want to be a product of the product, and we talked about that during our first training video. And so as long as you're on scheduled delivery, when you get one customer on scheduled delivery, either for their ID Nutrition, which are the customized vitamins, or the ID Transformation Base Kit, or the skincare, as long as that customer is on scheduled delivery, that very first one is going to trigger a $100 check back to you. And so that can be anybody. It can be somebody within your household. It can be any customer as long as they go to your website and order one of those 3 things on scheduled delivery. Now, what's great is that if it's a customer outside of your house, you'll make commission off of that order plus $100. If it's within your household, let's say it's your spouse, they're going to get that 30% discount, so you're not going to make commission off of that. But most ID Nutrition orders, especially for household members, are not even going to be $100. So even if your spouse's order is $40 or $50, you're still going to make a $100 check back. And so you want to do that as fast as possible. So that's step 1. Step 2 is making a list. Following this training, there's a training video by Christy Dunaway that is going to let you know exactly what to do with this list once you get it made. So right now, I don't want you to prejudge anybody. I want you to write down everybody that you know, even if they're a close friend, family, maybe an acquaintance, but start making that list. And you can start with 30 names now, but you're going to want to add to it over the days, weeks, months, and years that you're involved with IDLife. It will be a continually growing list. There's an acronym called FRANK, which you can see down here, which stands for friends, relatives, associates, neighbors, and then kids. Even though you're not going to put kids on your list to be customers or business associates, all kids have parents and teachers, and so it just kind of gets your mind thinking about that. And there's a lot of training available on YouTube and even within IDLife on who to put on your list or how to kind of jog your memory of who you know. Now, when you get your business builder kit, there's going to be a memory jogger in there, but I want you to go ahead and start making your list now because we're not going to wait to build your business. So, and then up here, I'll put your start date and when the 30th date is, because that's when you want to have accomplished what's on this sheet is by the 30th day. I want you to write down your why you joined this business. This why will probably change over time, but I want you to go ahead and write it down now because you're going to want to refer back to that if there ever comes a time where you're getting frustrated or feel like giving up, and that will come. So just know that that's normal, and you want to be able to refer back to your why. And then I want you to write down some goals. So on the very first video, we talked about setting some goals, and on this, set some income goals. Where would you like to be 6 months from now, and where would you like to be a year from now? There's really no right or wrong answer, but just the fact that you're thinking about it will help you reach those goals. Okay, step 3, we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting here, because it really is a process. And so I don't know how you came into the business or how much time had passed since when you first heard about IDLife and until when you decided to join this company. But for most people, it takes about 5 to 7 exposures or thoughts or conversations about IDLife before somebody makes that decision to join IDLife. And so what you want to do is to remember to keep that in mind when you're talking to someone new. Remember how you felt when you were first approached with IDLife. Maybe you were skeptical about it, and so you can kind of understand that. Maybe you weren't, but just know that it is a process when you're recruiting people to join your business with you, because everybody's going to kind of take a different approach on learning about it. And so this is a baseball analogy. If you're not a baseball fan, that's okay. If you are, then you'll understand all of this. But basically, it's just a visual to let you know that, before you're going to hit a home run with a prospect, they're going to have to kind of go through the bases. And so this gives you an example of kind of how to walk someone around those bases. So by the time they get back to home plate, they will have at least seen or experienced close to 100% of the information so they can make an informed decision. Okay, and so you'll see here, first base is sampling your prospect with samples, or sending them a welcome video, kind of getting them introduced to the concept of IDLife, maybe the concept of network marketing, maybe getting them as a customer first on some products. And so there's lots of training on how to sample effectively, but you definitely want to be able to sample because remember, this is your business that you're running. And so a lot of people want to sample something before they buy it. They want to try before they buy it. And so if you're talking about how amazing our sleep strips are, there's probably going to be the person that you're talking to is going to want to sample those sleep strips before they buy them from you. And so that's considered first base, is you're just sampling products or you're giving somebody a little quick video about the information. Okay, second base, there's much more lengthy videos. There's detailed videos that you can send someone, all from your app, which is a really cool feature that our company has. So as we talked about in the first video, you're going to want to play around with the app and kind of see all the different features that it has. And then also, whatever product you sampled them, there are videos specific to that product. And so it's just kind of like another touch point of maybe you sampled someone some energy and then you're going to send them a video maybe on some of the science behind the energy or what sets that product apart from other energy products on the market. Okay, so that second base, you can also share the magazine with them. It's an excellent third-party tool, and there's lots of training on how to use third-party tools as well. And then third base is talking about follow-up. So the best thing that you can do to improve your skills in network marketing is getting really good at the follow-up. So like I said at the beginning of this, not everybody is going to join the business the very first time you talk to them about it. Not everybody's going to buy products the very first time that they try them. And so it really is dependent on your follow-up. And you want to be a professional about it, and professionals follow up. And so that's third base. And basically what you're doing with all these different touch points or walking them around the bases is gaining interest, letting them see videos, taste the products, and let them be able to make an informed decision on whether or not they want to be a customer or want to do this as a business. But it really is a process, and very rarely is somebody going to join your business or buy your product the very first exposure that they have. And so as long as you know that going into this and you know the expectations, you're not going to get frustrated when maybe you've been talking with someone a couple of times and they're still not ready to join your business. Just know that that's part of the process. Okay, step 4 is setting up your launch party. So the reason why this is important is because you can either start a business or you can launch a business. And we want to get your business launched. And so that's why it's called a launch party. And basically all it is you're going to invite people over to kind of take a look at what you're doing. And so nobody really wants to show up to a business presentation. So we're going to call it a launch party. And all you're going to do is call up friends, family, maybe people with influence that you know, invite them to come over to sample some products, to support you on your business venture. And so you want to make it fun and exciting. And you're really just looking for people to come over and kind of give you feedback on what you're doing. And so the pressure's off. You're not saying come over and join my business opportunity. You're really just letting people come over to support you in what you're doing. There's some verbiage here on if you don't really know what to say when you're inviting people over, but basically just be yourself. The most effective way to communicate is either face-to-face or by telephone so they can hear your voice. You can hear someone's enthusiasm through their voice, either face-to-face or on the phone, a lot better than you can in a text. Definitely don't send mass emails or mass messages. Those never work. So just the more that you can let people hear your voice and excitement, the more likely they are to come and support you. And you can talk with your sponsor, whoever got you into this business, on how best to set up that launch party. But the main thing is to do it quickly and to make it fun. Okay, step 5 is kind of to start off planning your road to executive director. So executive director is the first level of leadership in ID Life. It's where you start having access to the potential of getting a car bonus, and a lot of other bonuses kick in within our compensation plan. So what you want to do is kind of map that out, kind of understand what it takes to get to executive director. Most people are not going to do it in their first 30 days. If you do, that's quite impressive. And if you're up for the challenge, we'll cheer you along. People have definitely done it before, but you want to know what it takes to get there and kind of set that in your sights. The best way, and hear me on this, the best way to advance in levels in ID Life is to stay plugged in. I will tell you that AC and I never miss a training call. Obviously, we never miss a team call because we're usually the ones doing them. We don't miss local events. We don't miss the big events. So staying plugged in is the best way if you want to advance and rank and make money. So go ahead and put these down in your calendar. Corporate has a call Monday night, and you can see the phone numbers there. If you sent the text message ID Life to 94033, you will get updates on everything that corporate does. And then obviously stay plugged into the team page on Facebook. We will post when our team call is then, when team webinars are, so make sure you're checking that on a daily basis. And then know when the regional events are, and definitely never ever miss an ID Revolution. And so you will see information about that as the dates get closer. Okay, and then setting goals. We talked about getting $1,000 in personal volume as a goal. Getting your products for free. You definitely want free products. The best way to get your ID nutrition, your skincare, or your ID transformation base kit for free is what's called 3 and free. So as long as you have 3 customers on scheduled delivery and that volume is over $300, which is automatic with the ID transformation or the skincare. It may take more than 3 customers with the ID nutrition, but as long as you get that, your product in that category is free that next month. And so you want to have your product for free. That's another great story to say, I got involved with this company and I've never had to pay for my ID nutrition because it's free. And so you get rewarded in a lot of ways when you're gathering customers. And so that's just one of the ways. And then you want to start reaching for managing director. That should be your goal in your first 30 days. And all that boils down to is having 3 associates, so 3 people that have signed up to work this business with you. $2,500 in total qualified volume. And I know a lot of these words might sound foreign right now, but they'll become part of your vocabulary very soon. Total qualified volume is just all the volume between you and all of your associates on your team. And then maintaining your personal volume at $250, which should not be hard to do. You'll have bonuses that kick in once you hit $500, and then more bonuses kick in once your personal volume is at 1,000. And so that's why we really set your goal at 1,000, because once you hit and maintain that $1,000 in personal volume, and again, that's everything that you and your family buy and everything that you sell to customers. Once you get that, you qualify for all of the bonuses that are applicable, that are based on personal volume in the compensation plan. So if you're like me and you don't like details and you don't really need to know the ins and outs of the comp plan, just kind of set it in your head that you want your personal volume to be $1,000. That's a great goal. And then just start keeping track of who your customers are, mainly because you want to be able to follow up with them. So once you get a customer, the follow-up doesn't end, it actually just begins. So you want to be following up with them, asking them how they're doing on product, seeing if they have some other concerns that you can help them with other products with. And then just tracking who your associates are. You definitely want to get 3 in your first 30 days so you can hit that managing director level and you can be on your way to executive director. So that's the end of that. The next video that you're going to watch is the one by Christy Dunaway, where she will give you training on how to talk with people that are on your list that you've made, kind of how to rank them and how to address people differently based on how well you know them or maybe their profession. It's an excellent training, and you are just so lucky to be part of Team Momentum because we have some fantastic trainers within this team, and they're all there willing to help you. So I can't wait for you to get your story started. Remember, your first 30 days are your most important. In network marketing, you want to get started and get started fast. So I hope this training was helpful, and I look forward to meeting you soon.